Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host El Young, and we are here with the brilliant, legendary Peter Cat. So, welcome, Peter.
Nice to be here, man. Hello to all your fans listening out there.
Uh, welcome, Peter. So, Peter, could you introduce yourself and what you do within Playhouse?
I am the lead singer of the band Playhouse since May 1987 when we started the band. I've been the only singer. I'm one of the principal songwriters. That's who I am.
Cool, cool. So, Peter, um, let's dive into some questions.
Sure.
Um, as a kid, what were you listening to?
Well, my introduction to popular music was mostly rock and roll. When I was 6 years old, my dad and my brother had gone to the shopping mall. And when my brother came back, he was holding an album. I don't know if some of your viewers remember what an album is, but it was the format we used to love back in the day. Um, and there were these four beasts on the cover. I'd never seen anything like it. And even as a child, uh, it just took me back. I mean, I was starstruck. And the first rock album I ever listened to was a band called Kiss. And from there, it went on to Led Zeppelin, Sabbath. As I got older, Van Halen, the Stones, uh, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and the list goes on and on.
Cool. Now, who actually got you apart from your dad and brother? Who else got you into listening to music?
All my friends, I mean, everyone started at the same time. Um, their older brothers and sisters. It was just our whole neighborhood. I'm from a neighborhood called NDG in Montreal, Canada. And we're very proud of the suburb. It's a very musical suburb. Everyone was into rock music. So it was a big community.
Yeah, cool, cool. So, out of all the bands that you've listened to over the years,
Yeah.
especially within your informative years,
Yes.
who was your main influence to say, "I want to become a musician. I want to become a singer."
It was definitely Kiss. Getting back to Kiss, I just wanted to be dressed up and explosions and write these cool songs. So definitely Kiss.
Cool, cool, cool. Was it Gene Simmons or was it
For
Paul
me, it
Stanley?
was Paul Stanley, but also Gene. It was the whole band, but for me, mostly Paul.
Yeah, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Before you started Playhouse,
Yes.
were you in any sort of like bands before you
Oh,
started Playhouse?
okay, so you got to understand when we started Playhouse, we were 17-year-old kids. So just before that, me and my bass player, we've been friends since we're 6 years old. Me and Danny Williams, and we were in a we were like in an alternative rock band, kind of like Depeche Mode, Bauhaus. We did that for a year, and it didn't really go that great. And then we decided to make a change and do music that we grew up on. And yeah, from there, and we started Playhouse, and that's been the ride so far. And just to mention, the original members all still in the band.
Oh, cool, cool,
Yeah.
sweet. So, um, getting on to sort of like up to date type thing. What has the band been up to, especially in the last say 12 months?
Okay, so in 2022, we signed a record deal with an American record label called RFL Entertainment, and they released our album Dancing at Funerals. And it was a huge success for us, probably our biggest record so far. And obviously, there was a huge discussion to do a follow up to it. So in the last 12 months, besides playing a couple of shows, opening up for Trickster, um, we wrote and recorded the follow up, which is now coming up Friday on Valentine's Day, called Broken and the Dam. So, writing process, rehearsing, getting the songs ready, and then finally recording. And finally, the release is coming this Friday, which we're extremely excited about.
Cool. So you've the band's released a new song, which was Friday, I believe,
Oh no,
called.
we actually released that song in end of November as the first single to the record, but it's called Black Clouds.
All right, okay. Could you tell us a little bit about Black Cloud?
I am my some people have addictions. Some people like movies, some people like sport. Mine is writing songs. I can't tell you how many songs I write in a week. I just write and write. And one day I was sitting on my couch, which is right there, and you can see I have a lot of guitars, like six behind me. I was just strumming my guitar and I was looking outside and it was raining. And I just came up with this chorus, Black Clouds. And then I brought it to our producer and he kind of worked out some chords with me for a verse. And then the band jumped in and we came up with this beautiful melancholy song called Black Clouds, which everyone is loving. So that's basically it. The lyrics are a bit about, where the world is right now. I don't want to get too political, but there's a lot of chaos happening right now. And it was a bit of a reflection, at the end of the day, through those black clouds, there is sunshine.
Cool,
So
cool,
that's the song.
cool. So will there be another single of
It
the
drops.
album?
Thank you for asking me that. It drops this Friday. It's a track called Promises, um, which is it has reminiscences of Guns N' Roses meets Bruce Springsteen kind of vibe. It's a song about toxic relationships. Some people might think it's because it's so upbeat and happy, you'd think it's a happy love song, but it's not. It's the opposite. So that drops with a brand new music video this Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time on our side of the world in Canada. And that would say about what, 2 o'clock your side or 1 o'clock your side?
2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
Two
My
o'clock.
time,
Yeah.
UK time.
Yeah. We're very excited. It's a song that me and my bass player Danny Williams originally came up with the seed of the song, but then again the band all collaborate together. And not to mention, our producer in our country is quite famous. His name is Kevin Jardine. He used to play in a very heavy metal band. I guess he still does, called Slaves on Dope. Now, this band was signed by Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne. So Ozzy took them under the wing. They toured with Ozzy on the Ozfest, la la la. But Kevin's been our friend for 37 years. He used to help us with guitar stuff back in the day when he was young. So he's produced all our music for the last 12 years, and he's also the sixth member who collaborates and writes songs with us. So we have that bonus.
Cool. Cool. Usually, one of my moderators usually asks this question.
Sure.
Um, what is your um, what is your sort of like process of writing a song?
Okay, so we call it in our camp, in our band, we call it catching lightning in a jar. So a little spark becomes a fire. And what we do is take that spark, we put some gasoline on it, and it turns into an inferno. So our process is whoever brings in a small piece of music, We take it from there. Sometimes we're in the rehearsal room and we're just jamming, and a little spark will take off, and we'll turn it into a huge fire, a huge monster. There's no real set process. We literally sit around and try to catch lightning. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So, um, going on to the album,
Yeah.
let me just uh, broken and
The Damned. Broken in the
the
Damned.
damned. So, how many tracks are there on the album?
We decided to only do a 5 song EP this time around. There's 5 songs. Starting this album starts off with a track we just discussed, Black Clouds, goes into a track called Broken in the Dam, then another song called The Ones That Don't Belong, into a song called Promises, and then the final song that ends off the EP is a song called Take Over the World, which uh, features at the beginning a beautiful 4-year-old uh, girl that we all love and admire very much, who happens to be the producer's daughter. Her name is Bella. And we also managed to get a children's choir to sing in the middle. They're called the Trinity Children's Choir. So they do a little part, kind of like brick on the wall kind of vibe from Pink Floyd. So that's
Cool.
that's the album. And I've been told by the record label and my band members, since I write the majority of the lyrics, it has it really is a reflection of what's going on. Again, I don't want to get too political, but I was just trying to harness the mood of this planet at the moment. So
Cool. And the EP is coming out this Friday. Yeah, you
Friday
said.
worldwide on all platforms, and then I think a month later there'll be physical copies available. But first of all, we're just doing digital release
Cool.
through RFL Entertainment. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Now, is there going to be any sort of like merchandise linked to the EP?
Okay, so next month we will throw out the merchandise. As usual, there'll be physical copies of the CDs, t-shirts, hat, badges, stickers, cups, whatever you need, we'll have, and we'll deliver right to your door as long as you pay. So yeah, there'll be tons of merch.
Cool. Cool. Now, I know for a fact that some people, some of the people who watch the channel always say, "El, make sure you ask this question. If
Sure.
you don't, we'll lynch you. We literally will lynch you." They normally get me to ask, "Is there any plans on putting any of your music onto final records?"
Okay, so that was going to be a plan um, for this record, but obviously when you're doing EP 5 songs, it's not possible to put it on a vinyl. So what I've heard from the record company on our side is that our last record, Dancing at Funerals, we might do a greatest hit album and put several songs on a vinyl. That is what's in the works. I think that will happen this summer. Um, but we're already working on the next record, which I think will be a full length album this time. So that will definitely be coming out on vinyl as well.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah, excuse me. I was going to ask about are you writing any new material? Um,
Yeah, always writing. We haven't shared anything together as a band. Like I said, I write all the time, so I have lots of songs that I like to present to the band. I know that the other guys in the band, they write their own stuff. Um, I think probably this summer we'll get together, because when we rehearse, we're rehearsing the set for our shows. Um, but I think the writing process for the next record will probably slowly start this summer, with the hope of releasing the next record in September 2026.
cool. Cool.
And remember, we're
Uh,
still making the records and a lot of bands aren't because it's not really the format. But we're old school, so we like doing records.
Cool. So, is there going to be sort of like any um, gigs, like launch parties for the EP, or are you planning on any sort of like tours?
Okay, so we did things a bit backwards this time. We already did the launch party last September. There was a bit of a delay on the record, but anyways, so we are working on shows that will all be announced probably at the end of March, early April. So we live in one of the coldest places in the world, Canada, and where we're from is in the east. It's like we're expecting 33 centimeters of snow any minute now. So we try not to play as much in the winter anymore because just getting from point A to point B is just impossible. But come spring, we're going to try to get on as many festivals as possible, do our own gigs, do a bit of touring. So that's the plan.
Cool. Cool. Now, if you got the backing and all the stars aligned,
Sure.
would you? Is there any plans on coming over to the UK or Europe or over to Australia?
Okay, so our dream has been to go to Europe and play. We are working on that very seriously. We just need literally a promoter. There's any promoters out there that can contact us and would come over for a few weeks and play some shows. We would love that. I'm hoping to come over for the Black Sabbath show personally in June if I can get tickets on Thursday when the pre-sales go on sale. So I will be there. But yeah, we're desperately looking to come over um, to play Europe.
Cool. Cool.
Australia, that's a bit far fetched. But again, I know there's a booking agency there called Diamond Mind, I think they're called. And yeah, they want to bring us over. We'll be there.
Cool. Cool. So, um, where can people find you on social media?
Okay, I'm going to try to say this slowly and I'm going to try to remember. Okay. So, Facebook, it will be Playhouse Rock Band and Playhouse. We have a group site, a group page, and we've got a band page. One's called Playhouse Rock Band. That's the group page. The other one is just called Playhouse. That's Facebook. For TikTok, it's at Playhouse underscore band. Um, Instagram, it's Playhouse underscore band. And I believe YouTube is Playhouse Rock. But if you go to Instagram, you'll see our LinkedIn thing, hit on it, and it'll take you to everywhere you need to go to see us.
Cool. Cool. Um, before we move, sort of like move on, where can people buy your merchandise?
You can buy directly through our Instagram and Facebook page. Just message us. The store, we're actually reconstructing it, and it should be up by April. But for now, just go through any um, social media platform. You'll find us. While I'm talking about that, I just want to say a shout out to the RAF team. This is my personal crew, and thank you for the support. RAF team, let's go.
Cool. Yeah. Uh, so this is probably going to be my sort of like last question.
No problem.
Any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Okay, so this is what I would say to you. The key part for all of you new musicians or you young bands, write songs. Write song after song after song. Have too many songs. They don't have to be finished songs, but one day when you get a record deal, the first thing the record company is going to ask you is, let's hear your songs. And you only have five, that's going to be a bit of a problem. That's the first thing. Write songs and do it through passion. Don't follow trends, make trends. So just be yourselves and write songs. The other thing I would say, because the industry has changed, play shows and tour. If you can tour, 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 tour. And the third thing is make sure every band member is part of your social network and everyone's pushing in all directions. Get heard, get seen, do the work. It's not easy. Do the work.
Cool, cool. Yeah, sound advice there. Sound advice. Just thought of another question
Sure.
before we sort. It's my head moderator Lisaboo will probably who is a fellow Canadian who actually loves you guys.
Right.
She normally asks, where is your favorite venue to play at?
Our favorite venue that we've played at, or the favorite venue we like to play at?
Both,
Our
both.
favorite venue, probably in our hometown, is two places. One is called Cafe Campus, and the other one's called Piranha Bar. Where would we love to play? Our dream? It would be Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, yeah, that's that venue, Wembley Stadium's come up a couple of times. Um,
Yeah,
from a couple of people, it's iconic, really. It's
it's
iconic.
legendary.
Yeah, yeah, cool, cool. Is there any other places you would love to play at?
Madison Square Gardens. Um, I would love just to play at what's that festival in the UK? It's a huge festival. It's like a 3-4 day event. What's it called?
Download, Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
Yeah,
That would be a dream come true.
cool, cool. Yeah, that's a huge festival here in
Mhm.
the UK.
Yeah,
Huge. Um, yeah, I think it's about 6, 7 stages. I think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so. So yeah. So, Peter, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you to your viewers for listening in. We will spread the joy about your wonderful show to everyone after this interview, and I wish you all the best moving forward.
Cool. Thank you so much. And any final words before we wrap things up?
Rock and roll will save the world.
Oh yeah, totally, totally. So, Peter, thank you so much for coming
Thank you,
on.
sir.
And guys, if you haven't done so already, Playhouse's Linktree is down in the description. You can find all the links to their social media sites, websites, stuff like that, down in the Linktree in the description there. So if you haven't already, go check out Playhouse. These guys are legendary. They rock hard. They play. Well, what can I say? They are absolutely legendary. So go check
Thank
them
you.
out. Go check them out. So Peter, again, thank you so much for coming on
Thank you, sir.
and for joining me. And yeah, until next time, we'll
Until we
catch
meet
you all later.
again,
Oh,
peace.
yeah.